All right, it's time to talk about the Go multi-tool some more, and I've had some time to carry this, really think about it, and give a more educated opinion. Now, the Go multi-tool comes in $119. Since we've last talked about this, they have their website up and running. You can buy the tool itself. Now, it is back ordered. You will be waiting several months to get it, but there are tools also that are available if you already have this, and that seems to be up and running, and scales for this and ways to mod it. So that is encouraging to see the website moving forward. So this tool itself again comes in $119, 7.7 ounces, 218 grams, and it is just about a 1/16 or so, almost a 1/4 inch over 4 inches. So it's just a little bit over that 4-inch mark, but this is very pocketable when you carry it, and I have really been enjoying carrying this when I'm at home or going to the store. This seems like an excellent option for those times. So it really fits well. I like the pocket clip, and the weight and its capability are almost perfect for what I need most of the time when I'm not at work. So let's go ahead and talk about some of its competitors, and then we'll come and talk about the GOAT and all the positives, and then one of the large negatives. Now, the Leatherman Curl is a fantastic multi-tool. It is like the Leatherman Wave. To me, it's so much like the Leatherman Wave that I don't really use it, but it is a good multi-tool. Now, I bought this and it already had all these designs. These are not mine. I've not been a showman, supplying showman for 20 years, but this Leatherman Curl comes in at 7.5 ounces, 212 grams. It is $89 right now, and it is around that 4-inch mark. So you do not have replaceable cutters. You do have on the inside, you've got the scissors, you've got the awl, you've got the flat screwdriver. On the other side, you've got the bit holder, and then the can opener, bottle cap lifter, and wire stripper. So those are all options of the Leatherman Curl. So this is another good option from Leatherman. Again, I prefer the fuller Leatherman Wave option, but that's nothing against the Curl. It definitely is a good job. It's a good option. And then at $135, actually the most pricey on this list, is the Leatherman P2. And this comes in at 7.6 ounces. I was trying to get the inside tool. These are all in the outside tools. It's been a little while since I used this, I guess. The P2 comes in at 7.6 ounces, 215 grams, and this is around that 4 1/4 inches long. So you have a couple main outside tools. You've got the serrated knife, you've got the combo knife, you've got the scissors, and then you snap these up, and you have the awl, you have a file, you have a depth gauge, screwdriver, can opener, and then on this side you have the Phillips, and then you also have this sort of package opener and this screwdriver as well. So, and the scraper. So those are the options on the P2, and it has a really nice pocket clip, as do all of these right here. So those all work out very well. These are all pretty light to carry. I've probably carried the Curl the least, again, just because I'm sort of partial to the Wave. All right, now when we go to SOG, SOG really jumps to extreme. So they have the Power Access at 5.5 ounces, and then the Power Access Deluxe at 8.7 ounces. So this will definitely be the heaviest of all of these on the list, but it also comes in the cheapest because SOG is having a pretty major sale right now, and I would recommend you go over to their website, shop around, see if there's anything you want, because they have tools marked down pretty good. Just sort of like Gerber has been doing, SOG has now gutted their prices as well, so make sure to check that out. Now, the SOG Power Access Deluxe, again, the thing that I love about SOG so much is their pliers. SOG makes the greatest pliers to open. I have to say, I even probably prefer it to the P2. I don't know, it's close, but SOG just does an excellent job with their pliers, how they open up this system right here, and I really like that. So they do not have replaceable cutters, but they do on the back of this 1/4 inch place where you can use it as a 1/4 inch bit driver, and then the tools open as well from the outside. You have the saw, you've got a file, you've got the chisel, you have the awl, and then you have this where you can use this as a 1/4 inch socket driver. You can put sockets on that as well. Now on the other side, we have the pretty thin knife. We've got the serrated knife. We have the can opener, the Phillips screwdriver, the very small micro driver, and this bottle cap lifter screwdriver as well. So SOG does a nice job with making a great set of pliers. They add this bit driver. I much prefer the bit driver on the Goat multi-tool, but I definitely prefer this to not having any bit driver, for instance, on the free P2. So unfortunately it has no bit driver, and at least they tried to add a capability there, and also you can add the 1/4 inch socket and use as a bit driver as well. All right, so the downfalls of the SOG are definitely, I think it's small knife right here, but you do get 2 knives. You get the serrated knife and the flat knife. So some of its tools just seem a little bit small and flimsy, but it is the largest tool here. It's the heaviest tool, and it's also the cheapest. So keep that in mind. Now, Gerber, the Gerber 400, I feel like is a tool I underappreciate because it comes in, this comes in as low as $67 sometimes on Amazon. So sometimes, I think I've seen this up to 100 or so, but sometimes it will still be around that $60 mark. And for that, it's actually a pretty good deal. So you get a pretty nice tool set. I believe my brother carried this for years, not this particular one, but he has a 400. And then he jumped up to, I think he bought the center drive, is what he carries now, the Gerber center drive. But anyway, so this right here, it has the one-handed pliers. I added this Night Eyes pocket clip to make it pocketable. It works really good there. Now this one came with some damaged tools. So you do have the can opener, you have the larger screwdriver, you do have the scissors on this side, and then I had to add this knife in because the knife was damaged. And then it does have this bottle cap lifter, it has the Phillips screwdriver, and then I think it had a can opener on the other side. So keep that in mind. The Gerber 400 again has a fair amount to offer in a very small package. I always felt like the tool set was a little bit too small, but to be honest, it's pretty close to the tool set that the P2 offers. So it's really a pretty good deal at $67, one of the cheapest on the list. So keep that in mind. Again, 6.6 ounces, 187 grams. Now, one of the multi-tools that we probably have to talk about before we move on is the Victorinox Spirit. Now, somehow the Victorinox Spirit combines all these tools. So we've got a saw, we've got a serrated knife, we've got a file, we have, well, this is a combo knife actually. We have a very large we have a chisel, we have got a wire stripper, we have got a bottle cap lifter, a wire bender, we have got a large screwdriver, we've got a file, we've got scissors, Phillips screwdriver, can opener, and then a small screwdriver. And it manages to pack all this in a 7.4 ounce frame, and it comes in at $120, exactly the same price as the Goat multi-tool. Now, even with an old model like I have right here, this is the old model, you can add this pocket clip, and that is extra, but then you can fit that in, and all these are locking as well. And the Victorinox just is outstanding. Now, again, you will not get really quick access with the tools. These are pretty tight still in the tool right here, so they won't just snap out like the Leatherman P2 will. But that is an excellent, and again, probably one of the best multi-tools on this list. So I will try to put links to all these on Amazon or with SOG, probably the store as well. Now, talking about the GOAT multi-tool, again, we come down to what makes the GOAT multi-tool special, and I think it's size, modularity. Those are the two things that really stand out to me. So when I've carried this, one of the things I really love about this is how light it is. So, and I think that's really hard when you just look at pictures and when you look at the tool to really visualize or understand just how light this is. So this has a full 1/4 inch bit driver. This has 4 outside tools. Now, remember the P2 can only put 2 tools in the frame. So you've got scissors and you got a combo knife. Now, the GOAT multi-tool has the scissors, it has the knife, you've got your hobby knife, and you have your saw. And obviously you can switch blades out. And you have room for all these in here as well. So that's one of the things also I love about the GOAT multi-tool is they really did an excellent job with using their space wisely. And I think that's just excellent. So that is great. And then the modularity aspect, GOAT now has their multi-tool store up and running. So that is great. You can order things from it. And so I think that's fantastic. Now, when it comes down to the negative aspect, I think one of the only negative aspects really about this is the cutters. And that is something that is being addressed. So one of the subscribers to our channel, Andrew Fett, he has his own channel where he talks about the GOAT multi-tool. I'd recommend you check out his videos. And also he has contacted GOAT multi-tool company, the owner, and the owner is aware of the issue and is trying to fix the problem as well. And I think as we work with this, perhaps some of us can come up with maybe a different angle of the cutters or something to help them cut better. But as they are, what happens is they seem to smash against the frame and then there's nowhere for these cutters to go. So it's maybe not that the cutters are bad, it's just there's not enough clearance room when you're cutting wire. So that's something that they are willing to address. Unfortunately, it may cost tens of thousands of dollars to change the mold and all the process for the plier head. So we'll see what will happen. But I think that's essentially the big issue with this tool, and everything else I think is pretty much just a learning process. So again, with the modularity, yes, it's not as quick to bring these tools out, but I don't think that's a huge deal. I think everything else is pretty much mature, ready to go. And I really think they did a great job. So I think this is a great first try, and I'm really looking forward to what GOAT does moving on. And I would love to see them enlarge the frame, add different styles, line up, and I think that would just be fantastic. All right, I'll see you in the next video.